For Secretary of Treasury, I am really pleased to be able to nominate Janet Yellen. No one is better prepared to deal with these crises. I wish it weren't as much of a crisis, future Secretary. But she'll be the first Treasury Secretary who is also Chair of the Federal Reserve, Vice Chair of the Federal Reserve, and Chair of the President's Council of Economic Advisors. Janet is one of the most important economic thinkers of our time. She has spent her career focused on employment and the dignity of work, which is really important to me and to all of us. She understands what it means to people and their communities when they have good, decent jobs. Respect across, being looked at by their neighbors and being respected, it matters a lot to them. And respected across party lines and around the world by Main Street and Wall Street. An educator, a mentor, above all, the daughter of a working class Brooklyn neighborhood who never forgot where she came from. Her husband, George, is pretty good, too. He's won a Nobel Prize, but he's the one that married up. Jan will be the first woman to hold this office. We might have to ask Lin-Manuel Miranda, who wrote the musical about the first Secretary of Treasury, Hamilton, to write another musical about the first woman Secretary of the Treasury, Yellen. So that's what I'm working on right now, Janet. To be the first woman of color from South Asia. She'll be in charge of laying out the budget that will help us control the virus and deal with the economic crisis and build back better. But above all, she believes what I believe. A budget should reflect our values. We'll operate safely. The goal is simple, to keep businesses and schools open safely. And for millions of Americans who have lost their jobs or... As Deputy Secretary of Treasury, I nominate Wally Adierno. Wally is, Wally, I don't know. I tell you what, Senator Warren really likes you. She highly recommended you, but I wasn't sure she worried I stole you as well. But thank you for being willing to do this, Wally. A skilled leader and thinker on issues ranging from macroeconomics to consumer protection and from national security to international affairs. I've worked with Wally during the Great Recession. That was my excuse to the senator, saying that's why I wanted to steal you. And I saw him tackle one big job after another. And the team I'm announcing today will play a critical role in shaping our plan for action starting on day one. To this team, thank you for accepting the call to serve again. To your families and to your, thank them for their sacrifices, because it's real sacrifice. We could not do this without you. And to the American people, this team will always be there for you and your families. This is family-oriented team. We got to make sure ordinary people get a chance to do well, because they've never, when given a chance, they've never, ever, ever, ever let the country down. We're left figuring out how to pay the bills and put food on the table.